Alright guys, so this is right at that first grace when you come out after you finish the tutorial from the first step. So you're going to have come up that elevator and you're going to run right out here and you see the side of grace, which is called, I believe, the first step. Yep, the first step side of grace. And right, you're going to touch the grace, which I already did. So, but right from that moment, you're going to run over to this guy and you're just going to talk to him. And you're, obviously, I've already spoken to him, but you're going to exhaust his dialogue, which basically just means, you're going to talk to him, he's going to stop, and then you're going to talk to him again and he's going to say something different, and then you're going to stop. And then you're going to talk to him again, and he's going to say something different, and then he's going to stop. And basically, you just keep doing that until he repeats himself, okay? Pretty straightforward. So from here, you're going to want to rest at the side of grace just to replenish whatever any damage you might have taken in that final boss fight of the tutorial. And so from this site of grace, you can really see a whole lot of Limgrave. And so right now, you are a very low level depending on what class you are. My class that I've chosen for this playthrough is an astrologer because I'm going to be doing a dexterity intelligence build. And so what that basically means is right now I have some ranged spells that do a decent amount of damage, but if I were to get cornered or if somebody were to hit me even once, I'm probably going to die. So the safest way to get to where we need to go is to just hug the edges. So we're going to just stay to the left, and we're going to the second side of grace you should be heading to at this point, which is the Church of Ella, which is these ruins over here. And inside you're going to find Merchant Calais, which is an important figure. If not, he doesn't have a quest line, so to speak, but he is an important figure that you need to speak to. So the first thing you're going to do is talk to him, and you're just going to keep going until you've exhausted all the other options except for purchase and sell. Now, the first thing you'll notice, I just skipped through it, but what he basically does is he warns you immediately, in so many words, that he is of a nomadic people, and they're all merchants, and you're going to find them throughout the lands between. And what he's basically telling you is, we will help you, we will sell to you, unless you attack one of us. If you attack one of us, you attack all of us. So basically what that means is that if you aggro by accidentally attacking one nomadic merchant, you aggro all of them. And the only way to fix that is something much later in the game. The Church of Vows, you can receive absolution with a celestial dew. But as you're early on in the game, just really try not to aggro any of them because you really do need their items. So the first thing we're going to buy from him is going to be what he recommended, the crafting kit, okay? So you're going to go ahead and buy the crafting kit, and then from there you will probably be out of money. And so the first thing you're going to want to be able to make is a fur-calling finger remedy, and it only takes 2 earthly flowers. And a real quick hack is, from the safety of this side of grace, if you want to immediately summon a friend, you're going to need these items. So right outside, all you want to do is just acquire material, the earthly flower, run right back inside, rest at the side of grace, and then run right back outside, and there it'll be again, because it respawns every time you reset the area. So just do that a couple of times. It takes 2 earthly flowers to make 1 fur-calling finger remedy, until you have enough that you feel comfortable that if you need help, you'll be able to summon at one of the summoning pools, or if you have a friend that you want to play with, you will be able to summon and see their summon sign. So from this area, we're immediately going to, once again, use that same tactic of, we're pretty weak right now, and I just really don't want to do, a whole bunch of fights to get to where I need to go, because the first thing I'm doing is just running straight to the side of grace that is going to get me Torrent, which is your magical goat steed, who basically makes it so much easier for you to run through the lands between quickly. And even, you know, if you get mobbed by a particularly nasty group, you can hop on torrent and just run as fast as you can. Now, I am going to make a quick note of where I am right now. While you were hugging that left side of the arena, you're going to notice this cave. This is going to be the first cave you really come to that is like a mini dungeon, basically. So you're going to go ahead and just touch that side of grace. I've already done that. And over here, you're going to see this effigy of Marika, the goddess of the lands between, essentially. And what you're going to do is you're going to examine it, and that's going to make the summoning pool now functional. Now that allows you to summon other players if need be. So from here, this is where, if you have crafted any of these, which I have not, you should. Oops. Okay. We're going to go ahead and craft those. It's going to explain that this is how you reveal summon signs. This is how you get other people into your game to help you. Now, for me, I'm just going to go ahead and move real quickly over to the pouch side, which is a very useful tool in this game. It allows you to very quickly access items. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the fur-calling finger remedy there. I have the spectral steed whistle there also. I will explain that momentarily. So you're also, I've already picked it up, but when you're here, there's going to be an item right there, and that item is actually the small golden effigy. Now this allows you to be randomly summoned at any of these effigies that you've activated to assist other players. Doing this is a great way to farm for rune arcs and for calling finger remedies, which will become very useful later on when you acquire your first great rune. So from here, we're immediately going to, run back out. First, I'm going to show you real quick how a fur calling finger remedy works, though. So you're just going to touch it, and immediately you see all these gold summon signs on the ground. You can summon all these different, players to help you. You can only summon 2 at once, because, I don't know, rules. And so you can summon them, and then you're going to want to, run through there and do that with them. Now, in order to nullify them, if you accidentally used one, you're like, oh crap, but I didn't need to summon somebody, you just nullify it. And if you actually look back in your menu, I have 4 still, which means it didn't use it up. So if there's ever a point in time where you're trying to summon a friend and they're not showing up, just nullify it and try it again. Sometimes that'll fix the issue, and you won't lose that for calling finger remedy in the process. Now, again, like I said, we're keeping to the left side, just trying to stay away from any enemies at this point until we can get torrent. So we're going to run all through here, just kind of hopping over some stuff. There's not really any enemies that are going to be in your way. This is the side of grace we're going to. It's called the gate front side of grace. And what you're going to do is you're going to run over here, you're going to touch it, and you're going to immediately rest. And so from here, I've already done it, but Melina will appear, and she's going to explain who she is. She's going to explain how you're maidenless, and she's going to offer to be your maiden, and you should always accept. Then she's going to explain she can help you level up by turning your runes into strength, which is essentially, if you've ever played a Soulsborne game, souls are the same things as runes. So you basically have to buy your level up every time, and each time you level up, the amount of runes it takes to level up increases. So just keep that in mind as you're leveling up per area. So she's going to also go ahead and give you Torrent, the spectral steed, and that's where you'll see this spectral steed whistle. Now what you're going to do in order to put it here is you're going to hit start, then use the D-pad to pop over here. Whichever of these 4 slots you want to put it in is totally fine, and then you're going to hit triangle and then select the steed, and then it'll be there. Then whenever you want to summon Torrent, all you have to do is hold triangle and then hit left or right or back or forward on the D-pad. For me, it's right. And then from here, real quickly, you just want to run through here, because obviously this is a dungeon and I'm going to die. Grab that map at that, that spot that was there, And you're just going to want to keep running on Torrent all the way right over here to this site of grace, where you're going to touch it and then immediately rest to stop the people from running to attack you, okay? So right there, we already have the map of Limgrave unlocked, okay? We have these sites of graces all activated. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and stop and just kind of give you guys a chance to catch up. And we'll move on in the next video to the first NPC you're going to meet with a quest line. Alright, thanks you guys so much for listening, and hope this helped. Like and subscribe if you can, and have a great rest of your day.